right. Joined here by head coach Phil Neville. Phil, thanks for joining us. Do you want to just start us off with your thoughts on today's win?
Yeah, I felt like I played in that tonight. No, it was probably a performance that nobody probably outside of this football club thought we, and probably some people in this football club didn't think we could produce, dogged, defensive, controlled the game out of possession, didn't allow them any spacing behind, didn't allow them to penetrate us, defended set plays incredibly well with determination, with probably the smallest team that we probably could have put out, and always relying on moments of brilliance and from our talented players. And I think we defended 13, 14 corners. Our shape was really, really compact. We defended duels. The two centre backs were really, really good, and we had a full team of people that knew the importance of the game, but also knew that in big games are decided by moments of set plays, concentration and discipline. I thought all three phases of that was probably our best performance of the season in terms of what it takes to win and be successful is that type of performance, not what we saw the week before. And I think what I will reiterate again is that the last two seasons we've missed out on the playoffs by 1 point, and last week's point I felt was a point gained rather than 2 points dropped. And there was people inside and outside of this football club that thought it was 2 points dropped. I honestly thought it was a step closer, because I think in the past we would have lost that game. So I think we don't win tonight without coming back last week. And so I'm 4 points from 6 from these two games. I think it's a massive, massive return.
Phil, congrats on your first win against the Sounders as Timbers head coach. Leading up to the game, all the talk was about mentality, about effort on set pieces. Without Felipe Mora and Jonathan Rodriguez tonight, just your thoughts on the team's just grit and overall desire to win that match.
Well, I think we spoke about it in the press conference on Thursday when, I'm not sure the name of the little Spanish guy, kept talking about X's and O's, and we had a discussion about X's and O's, but corner kicks is not about X's and O's. It's about there's one ball going into the middle, and you're going to have to go and attack the ball. And I felt in the first probably 10, 15 minutes we were nervous on set plays. We were giving away set plays needlessly, and we were defending nervously. And then all of a sudden, when we realised that, oh wow, we can actually do this, that we started to look like men. The first 10 minutes I thought we looked like little boys. And when we started to feel like men and act like men and behave like men and defend like men, I thought they were unbelievable. I mean, at the end, Zupa and David Ayala and Kamal, they were throwing their heads at the ball in the set plays, and I felt they were never ever going to score against us. That was my feeling, and it was mentality. That game was about mentality. This is a derby game. It's not about who plays in the pocket, 4-2-3-1. It was about which team was prepared to stick it out, and through a moment of brilliance, I know it was deflected, won us the game. And we knew we were going to score. We score goals, and so when we keep a clean sheet, it's almost a guarantee that we're going to win the game. And if we have 7 more performances like that, then we're gonna be in a really good position.
Hey, Coach, congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm still a little shaky. That was quite an exciting end to the match, and I wanted to ask you about your decision with your replacements for Rodriguez and Mora, who's now going to be out for another game. How was that decision made to bring in Toy and help me guys? I'm blanking. Anthony.
Yeah.
And then with Mora being out, is that going to be the same play moving forward, or is there another chance to rotate who's coming in?
Well, I think Anthony tonight, even though attackingly it didn't really have that much of an effect on the game, his defensive performance was sensational. I think it helped us be really compact. In terms of Mora's, nobody knows what's going on with Mora. It's now 7 days since the last game. There's been no announcements. I know Pipe spoke to them yesterday. We appealed the sending off, and we've played a game today without hearing anything back. There's been no announcements. There's been no feedback. I actually don't know what's going on. We went into the session yesterday not sure whether he was going to be available, whether we were going to win the appeal or not. Nobody knows outside this football club whether it's 1 game or 2 games. So I'm a little bit sort of like what's going on in this situation. Now, I'm sure once this game's over, things will happen. But I feel as if that if you get a red card, whether it's good or bad, by Monday or Tuesday, you should know the outcome, and everybody should know the outcome. And at this moment in time, nobody knows anything. Nobody knows anything. So, but apart from that, Mason came in, and I thought he caused the threat in behind. He had a couple of chances. There was a rebound, I thought, and when their keeper went off, I think it was a chance. He tired later on. We went to a false nine with Eric Williamson. Eric did so well when he came on. We've been practicing that all week. It was an option to do that. And like I say, Anthony gave us real solidity on the left-hand side in a position that probably Jonathan doesn't give us that kind of solidity. So we're super pleased with everyone. And it was a good performance.
Profe, sabiendo que Mora y Rodríguez no iban a jugar este partido, hablaste entre semana lo de mentalidad, ¿verdad? La mentalidad que hay que tener en este tipo de juegos. ¿Cuál fue el mensaje que le diste a tu conjunto esta semana sobre la importancia de mantenerse enfocados 90 minutos?
Sí, pero jugamos un partido contra un rival muy grande, contra un equipo genial, con un equipo en este momento, en un momento bueno. Ganaron 7 partidos con 9. Entonces, es un partido donde jugamos sin dos jugadores buenos, especiales, con muchos goles, 26 goles entre ellos. Entonces es siempre un partido donde tuvimos que ganar en otra manera, no con muchos goles, no con muchos ataques, no con muchas oportunidades. Vivanda en este partido tuvo un rendimiento diferente que la pasada semana contra San Luis, más disciplina, defendimos mucho. Entonces, yo supe antes del partido, es un partido diferente eso. Los tácticos diferentes, no presionamos alta, es un sistema muy compacta, es un equipo que quiere luchar cada pelota. Entonces, eso es porque yo estoy muy orgulloso con mi equipo. Sí, gracias.
Coach Phil, how you doing? Felipe Ramirez. Congratulations on the win and also fantastic Spanish, by the way.
God, thank you.
Coach, now you are going to face a 2-week period with no games. Quick 2 questions. How are you going to try to keep this momentum going? And second, at the beginning of the season, on your first press conference, you said that this was a marathon. I'm wondering, how's the marathon going for Coach Phil?
I think first and foremost, I feel like I'm having the best time of my life. You know, I think when we don't have games, we sit in our offices and literally we are bored because you cannot replicate that tonight. You know, that feeling in your stomach before the game when you don't know what's going to happen. You know, you're watching all the other results coming in. Dallas score, then Colorado score, then Houston score. Every other team's playing, and we're always the last on in the Pacific Northwest. And you're waiting and waiting and waiting, and you see the tables, you're going down and then you're going up, and then you see what's in front of you, and you have to win games of football. And I say that at the start of the season, there was, I was excited. It was a little bit of the unknown coming to the Pacific Northwest. I've got to say it's something different for me and my family, and I've got to say I'm having the time of my life. I love working at this football club. I love the owner that I work for. I love the people that I work for. I love the people in this city. They've made me and my family so welcome, and you know, I think it's always a good sign when you cannot wait to go to bed at night to wake up the next morning. And that's what my father always used to say to me. If you can go to bed at night time so excited to wake up in the morning, I think you're in the right place. And I feel as if that's where I am, and that's where my family are, and that's what this club has given me so much so far, and I'm excited about the journey. But we're nowhere near where we need to be. There's so much hard work still to do. I think we've seen that over the last 6 months. This team at times takes your breath away, and this team at times makes you frustrated, and I think that's where we are with this team. And but what I can say is that every day they want to work, every day they want to listen, every day the club back me to what I want to do, and I think I'm in the perfect place for me to be a head coach. And there's still seven games to go in the league. We've got to play Seattle again. We've got to play Vancouver again. I think at this moment in time we've got 6 points in the Cascadia, and that is important for our supporters. They're going home tonight knowing full well that when they wake up in the morning they can be happy, and that makes us proud. And this result was for them.
Profesor, felicidades por el triunfo. ¿Qué tan difícil fue para usted concentrarse para este juego? Independientemente de rivalidad contra Seattle, el saber que se tiene que ganar para calificar a los playoffs que momentáneamente están en la forma directa, y cómo mantener ese momento para lo que resta de la temporada.
Sí, Seattle está un equipo donde ellos tienen mucha experiencia. Yo vi el partido contra LAFC 2 veces, contra Minnesota. Ellos juegan con mucha experiencia. Ellos esperan para el momento para marcar, para contraatacar, para conservar energía. Ellos son, en Inglaterra decimos, ellos men en el campo. Entonces, hay que 4 o 5 equipos en la tabla donde no hay muchos puntos entre nosotros. Entonces 3 puntos es grande. 1 punto está bien, porque quedan 7, 8 partidos con todos. 1 punto, 3 puntos es llegamos más cerca de la destinación que la playoffs. Entonces tenemos que jugar contra Seattle otra vez en el último partido. Yo creo que es un partido donde si nosotros ganaremos esos partidos, terminamos la temporada arriba de ellos. Entonces no lo sé, yo estoy cansado en este momento, pero 2 semanas ahora para descansar, para evaluar, para mejorar. Y el siguiente partido contra Colorado es un partido otra vez grande. Después de esos, LA Galaxy aquí es como un final, porque Royce, Ricky Puig, Pansel, Peck es un partido donde los aficionados aquí está muy emocionado por esos partidos, y después Real Salt Lake afuera de casa. Entonces me levanto cada mañana para llegar en el momento bueno, y ahora muchas gracias.
Gracias.